The cameraman, just like the spoiler of the race car, was on the verge of a collision. In Argentina, the pilot managed to lift off over a fishing boat at the very last moment. We can only hope that he controlled the situation and foresaw such a move. Surveillance cameras in a Turkish city captured a car wheel slamming into a pharmacy through open doors and hitting 2 customers. According to eyewitnesses, it just flew off a moving car on the road. Fortunately, no one was seriously injured. Unidentified men tried to steal a Mercedes at a gas station in the US while its owner was filling up the tank. The criminal jumped out of his car and moved sharply towards the target, but it turned out not to be so easy. The woman managed to react quickly and jumped into the compartment. The thieves immediately retreated. The underdog skier finished first because of the synchronized loss of balance of his competitors. I wonder how the referee determined who came second, third, and fourth with such an intricacy of arms, legs, and skis. Of course, he didn't hit the bill, but you can't say he missed either. Usually, when you think of the dangers of driving in a narrow forest on mountain trails, the only thing that comes to mind are technical problems, or a possible collision with rocks and trees. Nevertheless, the local fauna must never be neglected. This guide decided to entertain his group with a risky performance, slowly backing away from the crocodile while teasing it with a piece of meat. The man suddenly got knee-deep in mud. For others, this gruesome scenario might have ended tragically, but the man, remaining calm, pulled his leg out and continued to retreat from the predator. Always be careful when working with a chainsaw. Tourists in several cars noticed a couple of animals standing in the middle of the road. The king of beasts apparently wanted to attract the attention of the female. To do so, he made a quick, sharp lunge towards the nearest vehicle. Fortunately, the window of the car was closed. The driver had no idea what was coming his way. So-called snake shows for tourists and visitors take place in the province of Thailand called Phuket. At one of these shows, the trainer was a bit slow and missed the cobra. The snake had already started crawling towards the audience, but the man managed to pull it back at the last moment. A vacationeer on a beach in Florida decided to show how good he was at acrobatics. If not for a young man who got in the way, the incident could have been a tragedy. Next time, he'll watch his step. This man's equanimity is something to be envied. The driver apparently fell asleep at the wheel or just lost control, and only by some miracle, the truck didn't overturn. In South Carolina, a man got extremely close to a lightning strike. Fortunately, he wasn't injured, though got a bad scare. The girl decided to feed the water turtles with bread. She was so relaxed and immersed in the process that she was not expecting to be frightened by a hungry monitor lizard lurking near the shore and waiting for the opportune moment to attack. Being 5 feet further away, it's frightening to imagine all the consequences that this driver could have had. Such luck only happens once in a lifetime. His legs are stronger than steel. The worker avoided serious injury after the ladder fell to the ground. The man didn't even show that he was in pain after landing on both feet. The instructor went down the zip line. After passing most of the way, she relaxed, expecting to finish successfully. But suddenly an alligator jumped out of the pond and made her quite nervous. Professional tightrope walker Josh Bodewin ventured into a dangerous stunt, in which he walked on a taut rope over a pond teeming with deadly reptiles. Wow, I thought this task was impossible to accomplish. After the baseball player hit the ball, the bat slipped out of his hands and flew at high speeds toward the spectators. The entire stadium watched as it approached the child sitting there. Fortunately, the father had an urgent reaction, which possibly saved the child's life. If you liked the video, then subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It's interesting. Goodbye, everyone.